Hi and welcome back to my channel. So these are some old clips of an install I found in my archives, and I decided to put it together and kind of go over some do's and don'ts when completing an install, just in case you're a beginner to this, because there were some mistakes that I did make, and practice makes perfect. I've gotten a little bit better. I'm not perfect yet, but there are some do's and don'ts that I do want to share. So first, let's go to an unboxing of this wig and then the install. Channel, I got another wig today. This is another curly wig. So it is a loose deep wave wig, and it comes in this bag, and then it also comes with a scrunchie and a headband to match. So cute, and I love that it's pink. And then this is the wig itself. So it is a loose deep wave, and there's barely a smell. And this wig is very dense, like it's really thick. I can't wait to put this on because I know it's gonna look good. And then of course, let's check out the lace. And it's gonna need some plucking and bleaching, but yes, I can't wait to install this one because this one is super dense. I love how thick and how dense it is. So let's see. So at this point here, I've already plucked and bleached the knots, and I have a cap on. I have a little bit of glue around the hairline, and I've used the wig powder to make the knots match my complexion. And what I should have done before putting the wig on is flattened the top of the wig even more with the hot comb, especially because for me, I get so scared when I have to use any hot tools on my head, whether it's a wig or my real hair. So I should have flattened it a lot more on the mannequin head before putting it on my own head. As far as the hairline and making sure that that's adhered, I did a good job with that. I did a good job with using the adhesive spray and then using the melt band to tie it down. But again, even while it was on my head and I used the hot comb, I was just so scared of the heat because it definitely should have been flattened out a lot more. And now that the wig is adhered, it's time to cut the lace. And for me, and I think most people, this is the most difficult part because you want to make sure that you cut and leave the hairline looking natural. So you want to use a flat blade. I use an eyebrow razor, and because it gives it a more jagged cut, which appears to look more real. If you use scissors, you have more control, but then scissors might cut too straight and then it won't look natural, and you don't want a straight hairline. So I use scissors to cut more of the bigger pieces and then go in with the blade to give it a more jagged cut. And this is where I realized that I should have brought the wig down just a little bit more, so that I wasn't cutting so far. You can fix that with baby hairs if you cut far, not too far. But if you cut far, it can be fixed with baby hairs. But I would have liked for the wig just to sit a little bit lower. And I also should have cut just a little bit more where it peaks, just a tiny bit more, and evened it out. But again, it does take some practice to get this to look the way you want it to look. And you can see here I went in just a little bit more, and I could have cut just a tiny bit more, and then just going through with the adhesive spray got to my eye just to lay down the cut part of the hairline. And you'll see here that when I take the melt band off, the hairline has melted, but it does look a little bit off. And again, the more you practice cutting the lace, the better you'll get. And you'll also notice that I did not flat iron out the hair enough. I definitely should have flat ironed it or hot combed it, sorry, a lot more. And then with the baby hairs, you'll see the attempt there. This was my first time attempting to cut baby hairs on my own, so it was a work in progress, and even with that, I'm still not perfect, but it does take practice to get there, and they probably were a little bit too long. So just make sure when you're cutting your baby hairs, you could always start long and then cut more as you need. And it's also best just to curl the baby hairs a little bit with a flat iron, a small one, just to curl the ends, and that makes it easier to shape. And then you'll need some edge control just to go in and make the baby hairs. And you'll see that the baby hairs kind of did fix the unevenness on the sides, the hairline on the sides, but they still were too long. They should have definitely been a lot shorter. And of course, for the 100th time, the hair should have been flat ironed a lot more. And I also did go through with some conditioner after, just to have the curls look less frizzy. So you'll want to do that if you have curls. You'll want to go ahead and add some type of conditioner to make the curls pop and to make them less frizzy. So just to sum it up, the biggest and only don't I have to say is don't cut too much lace. Everything else is fixable and can be fixed, but once you cut too much lace, there's no adding more lace. Do pluck and bleach the knots if you want a more salon finished look. Do use a hot comb and a wax stick to flatten the hair. And if you have curls, use a conditioner or a mousse to make the curls pop and also to reduce frizz. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.